Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to do a little news article with Sierra Ferrell from the Newport Folk Festival, along with the other folk singers. It's over here in the Worcester magazine, which is free out our way, and it's from the August 2nd to 8th edition from 224. Get right into it. And the article's called Dragonflies and Tears at Newport Folk Festival. It gives a picture here. Joan Baez joins Hazier on stage as a special guest July 26th at the Newport Folk Festival. Provided by Nina Westervelt. That lady, I think they were saying she was performed in 1959 and she came back. Sarah Connell Sanders, special to the Worcester Magazine, USA Today Network. When Orville Peck announced his 3 rules for the Newport Folk Festival, I assumed the third one wouldn't apply to me. I'm paraphrasing, but they went something like this. Dance, sing along, and you don't need to know the words. Cry if you need to. It wasn't Peck's bottomless butter voice that brought me to tears, although his veiled stage presence is undeniably powerful. The flood came 18 hours later in the Fort Adams parking lot when I locked my keys in the car. But just as the gracious facility worker pointed out to me, at least you had good sense to retrieve the baby from the vehicle before you shut the door. Our daughter is 2, and in the summer marks her 2nd visit to the Fort Adams and Rhode Island Newport Folk Festival. Folk Fest is unique in its emphasis on maintaining a family-friendly environment as far as Peck's rules go. Being a mom certainly makes it easy to act natural. Any inkling of self-consciousness about singing or dancing disappears with a toddler on your hip. Want to whoop or holler? Go for it. Itching for a jig? Nothing imbues confidence like Tiny Sidekick. It's no wonder our moms seem so embarrassing to us in our teens that achieve peak authenticity. One of my favorite artists of the weekend, Sierra Ferrell, emphasized this very same I don't give a folk, or dare to say, brat ethos. She emerged for her set wearing a lacy hoop dress and flowers in her hair. Ferrell performed a casual duet with actor John C. Reilly and then urged us to be ourselves. When folk icon Gillian Welch joined her on stage, she admitted feeling underdressed next to Ferrell. Don't, Ferrell replied, smiling, I just love to be dramatic. I took her assurance as a cue to embrace the drama, dancing a little harder and singing a little louder until I was a few inches closer to my genuine self. You don't need to bring a 2-year-old or wear a ball gown to cherish a folk fest. The motto is be present, be kind, be open, be together. This culture acceptance leads to rampant vulnerability on and off the stage. Some attendees have even reported crying hysterically in a parking lot, until a heroic family from Holden comes to the rescue by jimmying the window with a wooden ruler. With so much kindness floating around, perhaps it comes as a surprise that one of the festival's seminal traditions is a rapid-fire spread of rumors. The juicy gossip in question isn't salacious. Focus love to speculate about potential unannounced guests. This year's surprise included Jack White, Mavis Staples, Langhorne Slim, Nick Lau, Nathaniel Ratliff, Wesley Schultz, and plenty more. And right here, the Dragonfly Swarm overtaking Beck's surprise at the 26. I've noticed when I went to see Sierra in Suffolk Downs, someone brought a baby. And at Natalie Merchant, I seen people with babies too. Beck shocked festival goers on Friday with an unexpected set for which summoned an elusive swarm of dragonflies, prompting the crowd to raise their pointed fingers in the air like miniature helicopter pads. Some music fans waved lighters or foam flashlights to show their appreciation for the artist. At Folk Fest, we prefer ethereal insects. Dragonflies are the perfect insect infestation for intergenerational celebration like Newport Folk Festival because they represent self-realization, transformation, and maturity. No one embodies this more than Joan Baez, who performed in the inaugural festival in 1959 and returned this past weekend, singing and dancing to Hosier in her bare feet with tears in her eyes. She read from a new book of poetry, When You See My Mother, Ask Her to Dance. in which she describes tearing off her protective antennae to turn her life over to a power greater than herself. I hope I remember to do the same for many folk fests to come. And then Sarah Connell Sanders is an educator and regular columnist of Worcester magazine. She welcomes followers on Instagram, Sarah Connell. John C. Riley and Sierra Ferrell performing July 28th at the Folk Festival. This Sierra with her pipes, I've seen her live. She's the small things come in big packages. She's very powerful live, more powerful than you'd even imagine unless you see it there. And the sound techs at Suffolk Downs were on point. Here's another picture too, of Joan Baez and I don't want to butcher your name, Rhiannon Gideons, performing July 26th at the Newport Folk Festival. Me, I've reached into folk. I'm a hip-hop artist, which is a combination of all musics, but I have 4 nationalities, and they all go back to folk pretty much. So I've gone back to my roots when it comes to the guitar. And I thank most of all Kim Zimmerman, who is Kim Reckner, because she's the true inspiration behind where I am with the guitar today. And I thank Sierra for coming around, and I hope you come back, and maybe one day we'll see you at Indian Ranch. Everyone else, thanks for watching, and have a nice night.